Hey YouTube, Kalaharian Miniatures here. This is Drew, and this is going to be a little 8th edition ramble. First thoughts on when I got this book. I don't know, what has it been, 3 weeks now? 2 weeks maybe? I don't know. First thought, holy bleep! Look at it, jeez, it's like 2 times the size of the last one. That aside, the book is sweet. I know you all Warhammer fans have this already. I'm just putting my 2 cents. But first thoughts on 8th edition. I'm gonna put the camera. It's facing me now. My first thoughts on 8th edition. I've played only one game so far. I played a 1,000-point Vampire Counts game against Dark Elves. And first thing, Elves kick butt in 8th edition. They have it all going for them. All Elves shooting. I'm mostly talking about Dark Elf and High Elves here. Wood Elves, of course, got a huge boost with shooting 2 ranks. So, and yeah, I don't even have to talk about that. But they have it all going for them, especially High Elves and Dark Elves. High initiative. They're going to be striking first in pretty much all combats. That's even just, even their Spearmen and High Elf Spearmen and Dark Elf Spearmen, their lowest troops, are going to now have a huge advantage. Because even if you do charge them, they're still going to be striking first. It goes both ways, because even if they strike first, you still get step-up attacks and things like this, but that aside, so they have their high initiative going for them. They have good shooting, and shooting got a huge bump up with the 2 ranks. So now, instead of having a big line of Dark Elf Repeater crossbowmen, you can just have 10 of them in a little compact 5x2 unit. That's huge. It gives you more maneuverability and stuff like that. I don't know, High Elf Archers, same thing really. They just have good ballistic skill. That's really it. They didn't get too much of a bump just with their 2 ranks. Now you can shoot 2 ranks. But also, High Elf Archers now, they can do a volley shooting 3 ranks. So, geez. That's really all I have to say about the Elves. But, so I played a game of Vampire Counts versus Dark Elves, 1,000 points. I got my butt handed to me. Dark Elves, I don't know. I took a list. I had 2 units of 15 ghouls, a unit of 30 skeletons. My vampire hero in that unit of skeletons, he had summon ghouls, so he was summoning up the 2 units of 15 ghouls. I had my skeletons in the center for use as a tar pit unit. Now, what I should have done is not had my hero in that unit. I don't think it's a good idea to have that important of a character, because if he dies, my whole army is done. So that was a big mistake. I should have had him in a flanking unit of ghouls. So I took my ghouls up the flanks, and he had like a 10-man unit of Corsairs, 10-man unit of Blackguard, 10-man unit of crossbowmen, and a 10-man unit of I think a 12-man unit of Spearmen. The Spearmen didn't really do anything. I also had 2 corpse carts. I think that was it. And I had Necromancer riding on one of the corpse carts. The corpse carts both had Unholy Lodestone just to help with summoning. So, even though I didn't do that well in the game, my first thoughts about the game were, this is a lot more fun. It's much more action. Second turn, I was in combat. Oh, I also had 2 units of 5 direwolves, but it's much more fun, it's much more action, and it's, I think it's just overall just a better game. The magic. Let's talk about the magic a little bit. So, now I think it's much more even now, because now you used to have, your 9 power dice or even more armies that just dominated. Now it's unsure. It's much more random, and I think it's much better that way. So I think that's all I really have to say about it. Let's talk a little bit about the book. I think it's the best book they've ever put out. GW. It's I only started in 7th edition, so I can't really say much. But I think the hobby section is good. I don't really need the hobby section, but I love the inspiring, like, big tables with the two armies. I thought that was better than ever. In the back, there's the fight between the Empire and the Chaos. That the city is just amazing. I mean, I can't even believe that. So, that's my little 8th edition ramble. Look for more vampire counts updates and a little new surprise that's going to be coming pretty soon. See you guys.